this isn't a trivial matter, and what lies at the heart of this matter is whether there was an abuse of power, and an abuse of power affects every citizen of this country. And I'm afraid the position of the First Minister is just absurd, because I have spent enough time sparring with her here to know that her powers of recall are in good order. And leaving apart the question of precisely who is supposed to have reminded her of a two-person meeting, you have to ask why. Why did the First Minister mislead Parliament by omitting the fact that this meeting ever happened?
So I've got nothing to hide in this, nothing whatsoever. People can read my evidence, and when the committee decides, and it's up to the committee to ask me to give evidence, I will do that, and I will relish the prospect of doing that, because all sorts of nonsense is being levelled at me on this. I did not choose to be in a position where complaints were made about my predecessor. I didn't choose to be in the position where my government would have to investigate that. We've tried to do the right thing at every stage, to do right by those who brought forward the complaints. The government didn't do right at all stages because it got an aspect of that wrong. But any suggestion that it should just have somehow been covered up or not dealt with properly, I absolutely reject. So when the committee chooses to call me, I'll go into all of the detail. But in the meantime, I am going to get on with the job that I think most people out there want me to do, which is continue to take the tough decisions to get this country through a global pandemic. And finally, and I know Ruth Davidson doesn't like being reminded of this, but I am open to scrutiny, not just by this Parliament. I'm open to scrutiny by the Scottish people. And when I stand before them in an election next year, they can make their judgment on me and in my conduct. They won't get that opportunity with Ruth Davidson, because she'll be away by then in the House of Lords.